not even gonna make you sit down.
Timing.
Yeah, perfect. We'll call the Cheyenne County Board of Commissioner meeting order. We'll start with the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So much that video from the truck is. That's unbelievable.
Yeah. Have you heard anything if they were able to do that? It's Oakley on the property taxes. So,
I don't think they were able to do anything like it went on.
I'm
I'm
gonna,
not 100% positive.
I'm gonna check into that.
They've had so much stuff in there, it's hard to keep track.
Wow.
It would be nice if they would get their work done when they're supposed to, because I gotta do my July abstract over.
Yeah. It's no fun to do it over though.
Because they up the school exemption and stuff.
Oh.
And that's everyone.
Might call it a
It was off camera, but they're gonna change the July 31st meeting to July 30th.
Okay. I won't be able to be here.
Be kind of good one.
Hey Scott, did the new dispatcher start?
Yeah.
Could I have those minutes?
The 26th, he wouldn't have been on that page.
Oh, okay.
You guys give us minutes more.
Yeah. Make a motion to approve the minutes and warrants.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes and warrants. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
I don't have anything today.
Okay, thank you. All right, Scott, you're on.
The wage agreement for Jamie Keeney, it needs to be signed by you, it's already approved.
That don't need a motion, right?
We voted on this last time.
Okay, need approval to pay the Northwest Local Environmental Protection Group. I think it's the second payment for the year.
Sponsored debate.
Yeah, I didn't think I could stand it.
I move we pay the 6-month billing cycle. It was what, $2,497.50? Is that correct?
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded to pay the first payment of $2,497.50 to NWLEPG. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Received this letter from K-Camp, our property liability and risk management services are gonna go up 8 to 12% in 2025.
It's a government risk pool.
12%?
No, I said a government
8 to
risk.
12%.
8 to 12.
It's a pool. That's what I told you guys.
The insurance industry is just
Oh, I know.
stupid right now.
But it's that pool system I'm telling you about. If there's a catastrophic, we're sunk.
look at that. I did email that to John Mapes so that he could have it.
It says it strongly urges to contact K-Camp. What, would that help any?
I don't know.
Talking to an insurance company is like talking to a teenage kid.
Will they give us a quote eventually?
Yeah, I can figure it off of last year's premium if you want. I can't
I
remember.
mean, we're not making them.
No, it's just for your information.
Information, that's what it's.
But at some point, every insurance company is going to price themselves out of grass. I mean, you look at the health insurance industry.
The new noxious weed building. We're waiting on the Board of Tax Appeals to give us our exemption on those taxes. But it takes up to like a year. So to keep the county's name out of the paper, we're gonna have to pay the taxes and then we'll get them back. We'll get them reimbursed. It's $275.94. I just wanted to let you be aware that that's gonna be coming through.
I don't think it'd be so bad to be in the paper, but
It just depends on where you're in the paper.
Bob Ogden stopped by the office. I had ordered him some grave markers for the St. Francis Cemetery. He went over to Birch City where nothing's active over there. He went out to the cemetery and counted, and they need 98 grave markers. And it's, normally I just order them, but it's $1,955.10, and I just want approval. It comes out of 190 miscellaneous, and there was 12,000 left over in there last year, so it should be fine.
Is that for both cemeteries that much? Or is that just?
It's just to
Birch
get
City?
Birch City caught up.
Wow.
we just paid for some, didn't we?
Right. Yeah, they're
I thought I was.
running low, so I ordered them a dozen of them, so. But then he checked over there, and nothing's been put out over there, so.
Who's supposed to be in charge of putting them up?
Well,
Usually your DFW or
what's the building over there called?
Legion?
Legion, but that disbanded, so nobody's does it, so.
So isn't I think somebody from St. Francis here, who was that? The ex-commissioner, what was his name? I can't think of his name right now.
Blakeman,
No.
a long time ago.
Mr. Ed?
Oh,
Ed?
no, he's from over here.
Ratcliffe?
Yeah. I think he's in charge of it now.
Bob Ogden's the one that's been contacting me, so.
Okay. Well,
I just need approval for $1,855.10 to Birch to be caught up on grave markers.
so
I'll second.
it's been moved and seconded to purchase 190 grave markers at $1,955.10. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Okay. Did you have anything else?
That's it for
Do
me.
we want to get Steve in since he wanted to get in early?
Yeah.
We'll get Steve in. He wanted to get in early, so. You want me to just text him? I'll just type it.
that, I wish I had my little pen at home.
Some of these stacked glasses drive me crazy. I can't get used to them. Here, just a second. Did you have any old business?
That helped Calvert Cup Week for quite a few years. This year, for some reason, they decided at 8:30 I need to go home.
What are you running out there?
Combine.
Oh, probably because you're like,
That's probably, Roger, put your header down, you're not cutting the wheat.
Oh, it's hell getting old, Roger.
I got the best job in Cheyenne County cutting wheat. Maybe I told you that story they asked me 6 years ago.
Good morning. Good morning. How's your day? Oh, pretty good.
You, I don't wash windows, and I don't pack a lunch, but I want it all when I get there.
Come on, you diva. Get you a little combine crown.
There we go.
Okay. I just had a couple items as a turnout today, maybe an update on another item. If I could, I was gonna start with, before I forget, we visited a little bit, or maybe I made mention a while back about trying to put a job announcement out for part-time help out at the landfill, and I'd like to do that. Either get it out in the paper next week or the following, and run it for a few weeks.
You have 2 part-timers now?
Well, really just one, and it's kind of limited on what he can do. I mean, it looks a lot of help, but just we're kind of thin on getting help out there. So if we could look at maybe seeing if anybody'd be interested in working part-time out there.
Give you approval.
Yeah. You guys are okay with that? Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Here's just the latest on expenses. The biggest one is the Foley ticket there.
The transmission.
A few items on that one, mainly on one of the graders.
Oh, thank you.
Had to do with the DEF, the DPF, that system, and repairs on that, and then a trip to calibrate those repairs. And that was almost half, well, $2,800, but there's a core charge on that too, that for $800 we should be getting back. Got the core returned just the other day. And then we had some injector issues on the number 4 injector on 111, and that was the other bigger ticket item on the Foley bill.
That wasn't warranty. That was
No, on 111, no.
Okay.
We do have some upcoming, probably warranty items, if you want to call it that, on one of the units.
Okay.
Did I take that note with me? I think it was a 108 camera and a lift cylinder needs work, and then we'll probably have them come out and do some other
Maintenance.
updates on software, if you want to call it that, or mainly for the transmission on a number of the units. They're notorious for having a hard shift. I think it's between 4 and 5 do calibrations on it to or update it, kind of alleviate that for a while, but it's every 1,000 to maybe 2,000 hours, we'd have to get that done. And I should have mentioned that it's been over, it's almost, I was back in May. A year ago, we were given a complimentary subscription to the SIS, and was for the mechanic when they call in and they can
Right.
get technical assistance, and that's about a $1,500 item. They gave us a complimentary one a year ago, and then they did renew it, fully did, for this next year.
So
And I
that'll be-
believe it started in, or it's gonna continue on from, I think it was in May when we got that over a year ago.
Okay, so it'll be 1,500 a year from now on?
Well, no, if we were to continue it next year,
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
So we're,
And that's where your mechanic can call them and ask them
yeah,
questions.
yeah, that's for part of it. There's additional levels of that. I think ET is the next level up, but we've talked about that before. And that could be beneficial, something maybe to think about down the
Right.
road. And I'd like to get, some updated information on that. And
Okay,
when we get a chance, I can visit with you about it again.
that's neat, they did that another year.
Yeah, I'm happy they did that for us. That was good. And then just, the other item was an update on the overhead door. We're still waiting on getting that repaired. We ran into a little hiccup. The opener that was originally quoted, having a hard time finding one. Apparently they've discontinued, but there is a chance that we can still find one out there, and working on it right now, and I hopefully hear back from them today. But if we can't get that model, the price is gonna double on the opener,
For
what
the
I was
opener.
told.
Just for the opener?
Yeah, and we're
Okay.
talking, I think it was about I don't have the figure right on the top of my head,
Okay.
it was about $1,600 for the opener, and then some labor to put it on, but the opener part of it, that's gonna be quite a bit more, so I don't know if we need to reopen it and get quotes or bids on that, if we cannot get the original one.
I think we'd almost have to if we're gonna
Yeah,
double that.
right, I'd end up having to put it out or get quotes again.
How are you opening it now?
By hand, it's set enough, I mean, it's with the spring, you can do it. It's obviously a little heavy, but that's the
Right.
way we've been working it here lately. So,
Well, I hope you find one.
yeah, I hope they can find the original one that we were looking at getting, it was a little better
Is that
price.
through Wade?
Yeah, Wade had been working on that. I just spoke with him a little bit ago, and he's waiting to hear back from his supplier, so.
He's pretty resourceful, I bet he'll find you one.
He's trying to hunt one down for us. But I think that's all I had for
Okay.
today.
Well, have a good weekend and good 4th of July.
Hey, thanks
You
for
Brett.
fixing that pothole.
Pardon?
Thanks for fixing that pothole. You scared me when I
Oh,
when I was like,
Out on the River Road?
yes.
Yeah, that patch, one of them's not holding. I really wish I could get my hands on some hot mix. Dig that out a little bit. Not to the degree we did over that bridge with Colbert, but
But it is nicer.
it needs more attention. I'd like to get it before it gets bigger.
Do we have enough use for one to get like a dump truck load full?
It's
Next
a
time
little
they're
tricky.
doing
You gotta get it down and work before it
Yeah.
cools. It does.
Yeah.
It gets hard quick,
Yeah.
quicker than you think. But I'm gonna maybe talk to KDOT guys and see if I can figure out a way to get something a little better than the cold mix, or the cold patch, I should say. It does work in spot. In fact, I did another spot on that road and it's still holding. So it has its uses. It's just a little limited depending on what's underneath it.
It'll be tested through harvest. for
Yeah,
sure.
I'm sure it's taking a beating, so.
Well, thank you, Steve.
Okay, all right, thanks for letting me in early.
That's gonna be interesting. In any of our business, private property.
Mike Hanson's gonna come in to help on that and talk.
Good.
Trying to get hold of Dan, so. Do we wanna intermission?
Did you want to call an executive?
Yeah, executive session for 10 minutes for non-elected personnel.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded for 10 minutes of executive session for non-elected personnel. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay.